extra, read all about it. Virgo, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for your support of the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do click subscribe and ring that bell so that you know when I upload your favorite Virgo content. I call these weeklies, not because this is just weekly energy. Whenever the message comes to you is the right time, and you can go and enjoy plenty of messages in the playlist for you. But I do a new video every single week. So once you ring that bell and subscribe, you'll get those uploads as soon as, you'll get notified of those uploads as soon as I upload them. There's always an extended reading. What we do here is I pick up on energies, the energies and general messages for Virgo. For right now, what's going on right now, right? But there's a deeper reading with tarot, susses out details and gets into more specifics and really personalizes all the energies we discover here. That link is in the description box below, and it includes your full romance reading. So please do join me for that. Yes, I do personal readings. That information is in the description box below as well. Let's get on to your reading. Virgo, we're going to start with your crowning energy. That is the energy that is sort of impacted, like the theme for the reading. And then there's this energy, the central energy is the major challenges. And then last but not least is that grounding energy, which is the energy that's seeing you through. Really interesting. Really interesting. Okay. There's a lot of cards that came out. So let's see what the crowning energy is. And that's it. Let it shine. 4 + 6 is 10. This is a growing up and finally coming out. This is a finish of and a beginning. So this is like a transitional, scorpionic energy. This is putting a spotlight on something and finally almost like discovering the way, or discovering yourself and discovering your voice. Something that you had been swallowing, something that had been hidden deep down inside. Maybe you'd been holding this back for a long time. I do feel like there's this energy of finally being able to be released or get released and say what you needed to say. It's whatever it is that's been just building up inside of you. Maybe it's just the sense that you have been looking for these words, you haven't been able to find the right timing or the right place or even comfort to be able to speak out or say things, or maybe even just talk to somebody that you haven't talked to for a long time. This is a beautiful energy because it's a liberation. It's a coming out of the dark and into the light. But I think it's more, it has to do with your truth and something that you were holding back. Or you could have been like cloistered for a long time, like set it back, like doing the whole hermit stage, especially now. And this is a sense of that coming out, a sense of finally talking to somebody, speaking to somebody, maybe saying what you haven't been able to say in a long time. Really interesting energy during a Mercury retrograde, but I do think this is about going back and digging up all of those old bones. But the bones aren't bones, they're statements, they're words, they're things that need to be unsaid, need to be said and need to be uncovered. And this is definitely discovery, sort of discovering your direction and your way forward. This suggests a transition, like doing things differently in order to I guess find your way out. This is definitely energy of finally spreading your wings. Hold on. Now, let it shine has so much to do with the voice in this card. Peacock Energy is, a resurrective energy. That's your crowning energy for this reading. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race is King of Cups. So King of Cups feels certain and secure, and he taps into the ether, the eternal. He always feels abundance. He doesn't worry about having to prove himself to somebody to be abundant, because he knows that he's ever connected and always abundant. So this is really matured Cancerian energy, somebody who is responsible for their own feelings, somebody who is, and therefore respectful to others people's feelings. This is also double Scorpio energy. So I wonder if you are dealing with a Scorpio that maybe has finally come around, or a condition where somebody that you're dealing with has finally finally realized or seen the light, or is coming through and talking to you, or you finally get to say something to each other. Turtle energy really goes with the flow. It feels so good in its environment. Yes, it has a shell because it's learned, because it's grown, because it's well protected, but it's not hiding in the shell. It's not hiding. It just feels really good about itself. This is an energy of self-confidence and emotional certainty. It's also a sense of going along with the flow and really enjoying what's happening right now. In other words, just going with the flow. Turtle, think of the tortoise and the hare story. Turtle was about the race. Turtle was about finishing the race, but running the race, and if anything, just proving that he could finish the race, like he had it in him. But he was competing with himself. He wasn't competing with anybody else. The hare was competing with the turtle. The hare obsessed with the turtle's pace, the turtle's abilities, whether the turtle could win, the fact that the turtle was probably going to lose. All the hare thought of was the turtle, and that's real petty shit. But this is an energy of not petty at all, because you're not concerned with anybody but setting your own pace and your own comfort level and your own understanding of the circumstance and situation. Maybe because of things that you've discovered, you now understand that, you know what, not that you were right, but that, you know, there's nothing else to prove. There's just a feeling good about the direction that you're headed, or about the beliefs that you're sharing. And then we have transformation is beautiful. So you have double transformative energy. This is a sense of serenity and feeling good about yourself. It's also a great change. Something is changing in your life that you're never going to be able to change back. This is a card of awakening, spiritual awakening, because there's 11 here, right? But you're spreading your wings and you're flying. Your life is getting much more beautiful. There is no turning back to where it was, because you're not who you used to be. That's why. Be here now. Be in this present moment and work within this present moment. 3 + 4 is 7. So 7 is that energy of creation. 7 days, 7 nights. That's that energy of making something happen by being present in this current moment, falling in love with what you see in front of you, and loving the energy that is reflective of this calm state of being. This is a very beautiful time for you. This is a Libran energy. Somebody could have actually come around and grown up and matured and had a change of heart. And this energy is calling you to basically see them for what they are now, not what they were. And you will definitely be able to do that because you're in a good spot right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if somebody that you haven't heard from in a long time has come back to basically talk, to fix things, to solve things, but just because, maybe not even to talk, maybe not even to reconcile, simply just they've returned and everything in the past has been let go of, because there's so much in the past that you're ready to let go of. You're all about moving forward now anyway. So this sense is just almost a natural addition to what's already happening in your life, which is forward progress. It's definitely going to be at a slow pace. You're transitioning at your own slow and steady pace, and it's beautiful for you. It puts you in the perfect position to be able to transition and control your transition the way that you love, the way that you like, and the way that you feel comfortable. So Virgo, this is really beautiful energy for you. Also a sense of, if these are characters, if this is a person, not really worried or wondering or waiting around for an apology, but this person finally coming back into your life. And the fact is, you both changed. You could be dealing with a Cancerian, a Scorpio, or a Libra, but you've both changed. So that's why it doesn't matter about going back. Central energy, take time out. This is Mama Bear energy, being very defensive, very protective. Maybe at least in the beginning, a sense of protecting your heart, protecting your family. This is really interesting energy because it contrasts the energy before it, because this is very defensive energy. Protecting somebody's well-being, ensuring that nothing goes wrong. Oh, I understand. This is your way of protecting somebody's well-being. This is your way of ensuring that nothing goes wrong. To protect somebody, to protect your family, you're letting the past go. You're being okay with what happened in the past. Why? Because all that bullshit doesn't need to come back in your house. You're trying to clean out your house. You're transitioning. You're changing. You know, you're not stuck in that little cocoon anymore. Your living environment could very well be upgrading. So there's just this sense of protecting your house by not letting any more bullshit come into it. And the way to not let more bullshit come into it isn't to be like, rawr. It's just to say, it's over, it's done. It's done. I don't need the ugly anywhere near me anymore. Give with gratitude and grace, and this is 7 as well. Beautiful energy of putting your whole self in, putting your whole self out there, devoting your whole self to the care and happiness of other people. You are concerned, not concerned. Your priority is to just let this all be okay. To let's celebrate. Let's gather around. Think of Thanksgiving, right? Making a huge sacrifice so that you can gather your friends and family around and you can all be together. This could very well be that you're going to an event where somebody that you haven't seen for a long time is going to be there. And you just don't want, maybe at first you were like, I don't want shit coming out. I don't want things coming out of the dark. What if somebody says something to me? And you're like, well, then nothing. It's over. For me, it's over, because where I was and who I was in that situation, it doesn't exist anymore. So what do I have to worry about? I don't worry about it. I'm going to go there and I'm just going to let it be about celebration. Think on your feet. This is Sagittarius energy. 7 plus 2 is 9. There's a lot of 9 energy here. So there is a sense of 9-9. So there is a sense of something being a little bit incomplete, but I think what's being incomplete is just you haven't seen this person for a long time, or this situation hasn't come up for a while. So you're going to have to improvise a little bit. This is Sagittarius energy. You're not planning things out. You're not plotting things out. You're not doing it. You're being you're just going to go with the flow. You know that you're strong enough to be able to handle this now. Bear energy is just so focused on family as priority, protecting your young, and being wise, right? There's a sense of such strength and solidity to your character right now that you're willing to just say, you know what, different reading. The fox is after the turkey. This sense of looking for a bunch of abundance, having to duck and weave and not manipulate so much as just go with the flow and not think too far ahead because you're after something. Virgo, what are you after? That's really That's really interesting though, because it's almost like in the way that it came out with your reading, the turkey's after the fox. So whatever was the hunted now becomes the huntee. In other words, I think you realized that you flipped the switch and that you have the upper hand now. And that's what is liberating you. A rebirth is assured. So this is coming out of the dark, spreading your wing out of the cocoon, finally coming out, right? And being ready to fly, being ready to move on. This is also calling somebody out on their bullshit, because you now know that you have the upper hand. Somebody who at one point thought that they could growl and scream and yell and rip you apart, there is no more of that. You have the upper hand. I think it has to do with understanding and knowledge and your philosophy on life, caring about other people, this sense of really not taking any bullshit from anybody anymore, because you have, I think, the backing and support to not have to take any bullshit anymore. So this is a really strong position where you find the turkey chasing the wolf. Wow. You might have some intel on somebody too. And they may absolutely know it. Let's get a little bit deeper into the cards. Sing your own song, very confident of yourself. This is Gemini energy, being very strong and very secure and not giving a shit who hears. You're just being you and saying what you need to say, having a lot of confidence in your heart space, your future, and in who you are. Loving the sense of you, the sense of the direction of your heart and what you really love. This is interesting. You could be listening to a lot of music that you really love, and music itself strengthening you through this time. And then you have Wombat, be at home. It's interesting. It's almost like all of this energy is like something is returning. Something is returning to your space. Returning to the space, Virgo, where you have the most influence. Whether it's your home or your work, wherever, or conversation where you feel most comfortable, something is in your court. You're the home team. And you have the home team advantage in this situation. Now, what is your grounding energy? Let it shine and let them know that you're not playing around. And oh my God, aren't you just sucking them into your web? This is almost like you, this bear energy is almost like you, 555. That's change. I just saw 555 on the ticker of the time of that the recorder that my camera is recording. 555 flashed across the bottom. So there's a sense of major change in terms of your attitude, but I think it's major change in terms of your advantage, because ultimately, Virgo, the ball is now in your court and you're going to be able to speak your mind, and the words that you have and the knowledge that you have is a knowledge that's going to knock somebody out of the park. Interesting. And you know it. You know that you're the one that's going to come out smelling like a rose. And I think that that's why you're so secure and you're not scared right now. You absolutely are certain of your position. It's like, you know how stupid they are. It's almost like somebody's trying to enter the bear's den. Forget about the bear being strong and confident and like competent in taking care of themselves and their young out in the woods. But when you try to enter the bear's den, how foolish are you? They know that den like the back of their hand. And this is your central energy. You know the subject matter, this topic, you know it like the back of your hand. If somebody's going to come for you, it is literally like feeding them. It's like them feeding themselves to you. I want to show you the cards. Hold on. Okay. Do you see this is almost like a tree growing and developing? This is a beautiful, solid foundation. Make your dreams real. You're whittling. You're creating a whole new kind of atmosphere for yourself where you know that you feel protected and guarded. And this is swords. This is thoughts and words that you can just shoot at somebody, because this is where you really shine. And this Gemini energy is also mercurial energy, right? It's you and Gemini sitting here. You know exactly what to say. You have a lot of confidence. This is your home playing field. You are about to say something or call somebody out because they were stupid enough to step to you on your playing field. And where once they might have had an advantage, now it's almost like, no, the script has been flipped. You now have the advantage. This is like calling somebody out, saying what needs to be said. And because it's Mercury retrograde, this has been a long time coming. Now, could this energy be flipped and somebody be attacking you and confronting you with shit that they had held back? 100%, yes, it could. But there is still a sense of you protecting yourself and preparing. Maybe even setting a trap for them to just, come at me and see what happens. If you are any kind of a victim here, it's almost like you're not really a victim, you're bait. You're baiting yourself. You know that they're going to react to this just so that you can suck them into your playing field where you could basically decimate them by shining. You lead them onto your playing field where you can shine. Like really interesting energy. Now, this doesn't have to be petty shit or he said, she said dumb crap. You know, this could be like luring your boss into a situation where you know that you're going to shine, and that's how you get your promotion. This could be a sense of having a debate with somebody who normally just attacks you and shuts you down, but you know so much more about this topic, you could like decimate them. This is a sense of really going in strong and coming out shining because of the way that you're able to really brandish your ability to protect and defend yourself. Let me get into this tarot energy. I mean, the tarot reading, because we're going to suss out a lot of more, lots more details, Virgo. And then, of course, do your romance reading. The extended link is below, Virgo. I'll see you guys in the extended.